Welcome to TurboRater, the leading automobile comparative rater. ITC has been dedicated to developing software for the independent insurance agent since 1983. In this video, I will demonstrate how to generate quotes from multiple carriers. So let's go ahead and get started. After you log into TurboRater, you'll be on the new quotes screen. To obtain company quotes, we'll go through each of these tabs, starting with the Policy tab. Here I will enter a customer's name and contact information under the Insured Information heading. Under the General Information heading, I'll enter the effective date of the policy, the source of the quote, and the policy term. I do want to note, in the event a company doesn't offer the term that you've selected here, we have the option to retrieve a quote for the term that they do offer. In TurboRater, we do have the ability to quote up to 6 cars and 6 drivers. However, for this demo, I'll enter 2 each. Here we can enter an assumed credit score in the event that the customer prefers not to have their credit score obtained initially. Next, under the coverages, we can indicate whether or not this is a non-owner's policy, and we can specify the limits on each of the coverages. If your agency typically quotes certain limits or coverages, you do have the option to default these fields. If you wanted to enter a follow-up note for this client, you would do so here. For instance, if you knew that the customer is going to purchase by Friday, you could simply put a note to yourself to follow up with her on that date. If your agency charges an agency or inspection fee, you would select those amounts here. During your initial setup, you can indicate what the fee amounts are that you charge. Then during the quote, you simply just select the amount here. Or you also have the option of creating an amount during the quote. I'd like to bring your attention to the action information. Once we've completed the quote, we'll be able to see who created the quote, the date the quote was last edited, the last person that edited the quote, the premium information, and the date that the quote was exported to the company's website. Next, we will search for undisclosed drivers. Please note this option is only available in our Texas product and is available for an additional fee. To run an undisclosed driver report, simply enter the insured's driver's license number and date of birth. The next step would be to click Search Database, but since I'm on a demo, I'll click Demo. This screen then displays the undisclosed drivers and vehicles and gives the agent the ability to add, exclude, or ignore them. The next tab we will complete is the Drivers tab. Here you will see Ibby's information that we already entered has carried over. We will just complete her details by indicating she's a female and she's married. Under the Violations heading, we can enter any tickets or accidents. By selecting the down arrow, we can see a list of all the violations. As a shortcut, you can press the beginning letter of the ticket to take you directly to it. For instance, we could press S and it takes us directly to speeding. Many times the customer doesn't know the exact date of the violation, but can provide an approximate time frame. We can either enter that, or if they do know the exact date, we can enter that into TurboRater and it will automatically calculate how many months ago the ticket was. Under the driver attributes, we can identify if the driver has prior insurance, needs an SR22, and so forth. In this case, I'm going to enter that Ibby owns her own home. Next, we'll enter the second driver's information, which will be Ibby's husband. Now we will enter vehicle information under the Cars tab. If you have the VIN number, you can enter it here. And then by pressing the tab key, the year, make, and model are automatically pre-filled. If we wanted physical damage on this vehicle, we would select the comp and collision deductibles here. Under the vehicle attributes, we can specify the vehicle's usage, primary operator, and so on. To enter the second vehicle, just click Select under car number 2. If you do not have the VIN, you can enter the year, make, and model manually. If we had an excluded driver, we could complete their information here. Next, we will go on to the company questions. Under this tab, we'll find company-specific questions. We would want to review these questions and answer accordingly. Next, we'll go on to the rating scoring options. In this tab, we complete information needed for real-time companies or companies that require an insurance score. We are ready to get our quotes now. By clicking on the comparison screen, we'll see quotes for all of the companies that we have selected. These rates can be sorted by clicking on the column headers. This asterisk indicates we're currently sorting by down payment. So we can click on total premium, payment amount, and we can even sort by company name. I'll go ahead and click back on down payment. If we wanted to get more information on a particular quote, we can do so by clicking Select next to the company's name. Here we can see and select which pay plan best fits the customer. If we scroll down, we can verify specific information to the quote, such as territory, points, drivers, class, and what attributes we specified, and much more. This is a great time to go ahead and save the quote. Last, I'd like to go ahead and take you back to the policy screen and bring your attention back to the additional information header. As I pointed out earlier, when this quote is opened in the future, you'll be able to see what company, premium, and pay plan was quoted. And that wraps up our demonstration of TurboRater.